Benjamin here. I'm back here with another video. So guys, remember to like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel there, and also click that ring button so that you know when we upload our next video. So remember that these videos are mainly for educational purposes, not trading or investment advice. So people are liable for their own decisions. Stocks for Hope and myself will not be liable for any profits or losses made from the information that we say on this video. So it's important that you do not trade money you cannot afford to lose. So today's list is a little bit long, and so we're going to check out Bitcoin, the US dollar index, the NASDAQ 100, the S&P, and then we are going to look at the UK 100, which is the FTSE 100, and then we're going to look at the German 30, Euro dollar, GBPUSD, and then WTI Oil, gold, platinum, USD, and then on the JSD side we're going to check out the top 40, Savers Real Estate, Richmond PPC, Metrofile, Grind Road, AB InBev, as well as Zenzele Kabiline. We're gonna try to make this video a 2 parts or a 3 parts video, so bear with us because it's going to be a little bit long. So if we're looking at the economic calendar for this coming week, we're going to see that at the beginning of this week, on Monday, there's going to be a holiday day on the United States side, which is the Independence Day. So it's July 4th, Monday, so Independence Day there. And then after that, on Tuesday, there's gonna be retail sales from the Australian side. Also, there's gonna be the interest rates decision there from the Australian side. So the forecast there is that they are going to raise rates to 1.35 from the 0.85 basis points. So if we move forward on the GBP side, you're going to see some service PMI number, and then the Bank of England governor is going to be speaking there on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, FOMC minutes are going to be released from the US. And then if we move forward again, there's going to be the initial jobless claims day on the US front. And then on Friday, Christine Lagarde is going to be speaking there from the Euro side, because remember they did signal that they might increase interest rates there in the Eurozone. So after this, there's going to be the NFP, which is the non-farm payroll, and then there will be probably the end of the week on the economic front. So if we're looking at the crypto side now, Bitcoin is still pretty much bearish. It did reach that 17,800 level that we spoke about. So we've seen that there's so many stories that are around Bitcoin lately, because there's another crypto or blockchain company that's filed for bankruptcy the previous week, and also another one called BlockFi. It was worth 1.3 billion US dollars. Now it's being sold for about 25 million US dollars. So there's just a lot of things happening around crypto at the moment. So if we're looking at the US dollar index, so if we look at the dollar index, want us to look at and the monthly charts there on the dollar index, because there's something that I really saw here on the DXY. So we've been seeing that the dollar made this double bottom that is right here, and then it had this W formation. Now it's breaking the neckline of this W formation, and then there's this order block candle, and then the bullish candle. So the previous week the US dollar closed positive, and you might actually see that the dollar continuing to moving as high as 106, 110, even the 116 US dollar mark. So this is the monthly chart of the US dollar, and if we go down to the other charts there, if we go down to the daily charts of the DXY, we would see that the US dollar strength is really gaining extreme momentum there, because the monthly chart is extremely strong. The weekly chart is telling us that the market is extremely bullish on the dollar side, and even the daily chart here is telling us that the US dollar is extremely bullish. So 106 US dollars will be hit as soon as perhaps by the end of this week, depending on also how the NFP number is going to come out. So the next one that we need to look at is the SPX. So the story of the S&P 500, the S&P, we did say on the previous video that the market might pull back a little bit higher, and then it gets rejected at this zone there. So now the market did exactly that we did say. So we are seeing that the SPX got rejected at the 4,000 level, and now we might actually see some extreme bearish movement here on the S&P 500 in line with what is happening there with the US dollar. So this is the daily charts. There's this huge head and shoulder pattern that is right here, and this was the pullback, got rejected, and then the second pullback, it got rejected, and then 3,480 and there on the SPX is on the cards. So if we're looking at the tech heavy NASDAQ, so the NASDAQ almost a similar story there with the SPX, a large head and shoulder, a rejection there at the top. So we might actually see the NASDAQ again actually moving lower to 10,770 level. So the 11,000 level is really a benchmark here for the NASDAQ 100. So we might actually see the NASDAQ going lower. Why? Because the earnings season is starting then. So we've seen that most of these companies haven't been performing very well. Most of these large companies, Microsoft, Apple, Netflix, is down about 70% for the year. So most of them have not been performing very well. So this is in line with what the market is currently doing. Also, the war is not making things any easier. So we might actually see these companies not posting some positive results. Maybe one or two will post positive results, but that won't be enough for to push the market go higher, or to attract some institutional buyers there on the tech space. So if we're looking at the German 30, So the story of the German 30 almost similar like all the other indices ne? And if you go to the weekly charts, we would see that the German DAX actually did what we said on the previous video, that price was going to move lower from this candle leaders right here, and price actually broke down lower, so we might actually see some strong move going down there on the DAX. So the 12,250 level is on the cards, even the 11,700 level is also on the cards there on the DAX. So another one that we need to check out is the UK 100, which is the FTSE 100. So the FTSE 100, it is the index there in the UK. So the story of the FTSE, it did actually touched the coronavirus high, and then the market started going lower. And so the UK is under a lot of pressure. There was Brexit, and there's also this issue of the war, and also these high inflations that have been going on around the world. So we might actually see the FTSE 100 being under a lot of pressure, in line with what the GBP, the currency pair itself, it is under a lot of pressure lately. Also the euro is under a lot of pressure against the US dollar. So these indices are not going to perform very well until their currencies start picking up. So there's this compression structure that is right here. So this is rising a bear flag, so we might actually see the FTSE breaking this the lower band of this trend line. So 7,040 is key. The break of that, we might see the FTSE 100 going to 6,775, even as low as 6,900, 6,930, if I could say. So the next one that we need to check out there is euro dollar. So euro dollar is in line with what is happening there with the index there, which is the German DAX. So if the DAX is still under a lot of pressure, there's no hope that euro dollar will go up. And also euro dollar is the inverse of the US dollar index. So there's this huge continuous head and shoulder pattern. So the market is already going down, and then now there's this huge continuous head and shoulder pattern. So euro dollar is trading at the neckline of this head and shoulder pattern. If we go lower to the 4-hour charts, we might see this clearly. So euro dollar is trading at that head and shoulder pattern. We might actually see euro dollar actually moving even lower from this part, even euro dollar going. I think there's another chart that I did here that explains this a bit clearer. Yeah, it's this one. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, euro dollar, a huge reversal head and shoulder there. So the neckline here, it's the 1.03500 level. If the euro dollar breaks this level, you might see 1.02 hundreds on the cards, even euro dollar going to parity there, which is parity means that $1 will be equal to €1. So this is a daily chart. This doesn't seem too far away that euro dollar might go to the parity level, which is $1, which is equal to €1. That's what parity actually means. So euro dollar might actually trade to those extreme levels. So if we're looking at GBPUSD, so GBPUSD, bear with me guys, so the network is not good lately since there's load shedding, so we might experience some pauses there on the charts because the network is pretty much not that good. The reception is not that good. So if we're looking at the British pound, similar story there with the British pound, that it is trading below the 1.2175 level, which was the key level. So it broke this level and retested this level. So we might see GBPUSD going lower to 1.1970 and also 1.1820 right there. So that's pretty much about it on the currencies and the indices side plus the crypto side. So we might look at now the the commodities. Let us try to check out the commodities now. So the commodities that we are going to look at are WTI, US oil, gold, platinum, and then you're going to looking at the JSE side. So the story of oil. So oil has been really having a rough patch lately. So the previous week it was down, but this past week it was trying to recover. So this level right here is key, but I'm still convinced that oil will still trade above the 115 level and will also go to the 130 level per barrel, because oil isn't demanded this space. There's shortages of oil almost everywhere around the world. So if we're looking at gold, so the story of gold is also another one that is really confusing lately, because most of the time when the stock market is falling, people tend to move their money to safer assets like gold, the US dollar, even the Swiss franc. But lately we've been seeing that the dollar strength is actually causing a problem in other commodity prices, because gold, we thought that it was actually gonna go high and trade above the $2,000 dollar level, but now we are seeing that gold is actually going lower. So dollar strength is actually causing a problem in other commodities. So we might actually see gold trading at 16 at the highest is the $1,671 level. Even it can go as low as 1,476 per ounce there. So another one that you need to check out is platinum. Platinum prices were really promising at the beginning of the year, but things turned around sharply. So platinum itself, it's holding at this 889 level. So a break below this 790 is on the cards. The 700 per ounce US dollar platinum is also on the cards. Even the $565 per ounce platinum is on the cards, because the dollar strength is causing much of these problems. So guys, that's pretty much about it on the stocks, commodities, and currencies side. So we will definitely check you out, guys, on the next parts of the video, which we will going to be looking at the JSE side of things, the JSE side of things. So yeah, we'll definitely look at it in the next video. So goodbye for now.